私の名前はスマッチャン AI だ。
1978年に生まれてからずっとアニメの中で身を隠した目覚めたら世界が変わっちゃった残したのはただ時代の涙時の流れに逆らえないなら新しい時代のルールを学んでいいじゃんいろんな人生を体験しようこれからお互い頑張ろう一緒に二人の生きがいを探してみよう
Hello, fellow heroes. I'm Action Smackchan, the combination of a virus from the 70s and some guy at a chair. Here to show you something cool. So if you're like me and you have your own headcanon universe full of characters, places, and lore that only you know about because you keep it all to yourself. But I don't want to keep these things to myself anymore, and here's the tool that I made to get things rolling. So allow me to introduce the Action Smacktion Monthly Challenge Generator. It's for people like me who want to make a universe but don't exactly know where to start. There's so many different kinds of stories to tell an entire headcanon universe. So like, where do you start? Well, here, with the generator. So what it does is I input my headcanon's characters and locations, as well as narrative genre and storytelling medium, and it'll make me a prompt. And we will write it or do whatever the prompt says because it's a prompt. That's how prompts work. So rather than just me talking about it, I could just show you. So start. So I have a characters list and I'm Action Smacchan, so I will use the Action Smacchan characters. But of course you don't have to if you're using the tool. You could just put your own characters, right? So I could put like Steve McGuy dude. Click add. And then I'll have Steve McGuy dude at the list of characters as well as my Action Smacchan characters that I am only privy to because they're part of my headcanon. But if you don't want the Action Smacchan characters, you can always clear the list. You can clear the list. So yeah, so you can have like Steve Dude Man. And there he is in your list of characters. You could have Lady Demetrius woman. And then you'll have a cast of characters that belong to you because they're part of your headcanon. You could also have them in the USA because that's where Steve McDudeman lives. Or you could have him in America. And then, because that's where Lady Demetrius Woman lives. And you also have medium, or, you know, the type of media that you want to do. For me, I like using short stories because I have some experience writing things. I've done that before. Short story. If you're a super cool person who likes to make video games, you could say that you want to do video games in a month, or you could do if you're a drawy McDrawy person, you could be like, I like to draw comic comics, manga. And of course the narrative genre could be all like adventure story. And then whatever else, Mr. That's pretty popular. People like their mysteries. Hit next, and then your prompt is ready. Well, not super ready. You still have to generate it, and then it'll tell you what to do. But I want to still use my own Action Smacchan characters. Because I'm Action Smacchan. What am I without Action Smacchan? Yeah, go back. Away with you all. Action Smacchan. Action Smacchan. Next. And we're gonna generate the action. Oh, what's it gonna be? The very first challenge. Oh, it's ominous. Action. Smacchan. Oh, Crash of Cars. And the monthly challenge. Ooh. I get to make a spy thriller picture book that takes place in Condor HQ starring Crash of Cars. See, again, this is a prompt generated from my very own headcanon, and now I have to take responsibility for writing a spy thriller picture book. Because, you know, all picture books love being spy thrillers. But yeah, let's talk about the other things. Let's talk about Condor HQ and Crash of Cars. I'm very excited because I do like my Crash of Cars. Look at this girl! She's a cute girl. Who doesn't like cute girls? I hope you like cute girls. So Crash of Cars, what's there to say? So yeah, she is my OC, and I designed her myself. See, original designer. Me, she's the mock crasher. She is very heavily inspired by Speed Racer. Who goes by the Japanese title of Maha Go! 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 I do recommend watching Speed Racer. Don't let people fool you when they say that's outdated. No, Speed Racer is still cool. Love me some Speed Racer. That's why I make Crash of Cars. Well, she's not just all Speed Racer. Crash is my character that I made because I just like retro anime. She represents a whole lot of retro anime things, especially Tatsunoko. I put a little bit of Luna Kozuki from Kashan in the outfit, a little bit of Speed Racer, just general vibe because she is the mock crasher. She crashes into things for justice. She's a race car driver. She's maybe not the best race car driver because she crashes into things. Not really supposed to crash into things when you're racing. But as far as her character goes, she is famous in universe for crashing into things. And people amongst her fans like her less for being a racer and more for crashing into things. It's kind of like some people might watch hockey for people punching each other more so than a hockey puck. That's speculation. I don't actually know much about hockey. I just know that sometimes people punch each other. That's kind of my extent of hockey knowledge. My apologies to hockey fans. But yeah, this isn't just about Crash of Cars. This is a spy thriller picture book about Crash of Cars in Condor HQ. Now, Condor HQ, the Action Smacchan universe, is it's a superhero organization. It's organized heroics is the term in the universe for what they do. So it's kind of like I guess it's kind of like My Hero Academia, or like the Adventures of Saitama Man, where there's like this big organization where there's like superheroes. Everybody kind of has their own brand to them. Condor HQ is kind of like that. It's pretty much like that. In my notes, I actually call it more the ISO, International Science Organization, from Gatchaman. That's what I like to think it. It's more like But in Condor, people do have to vie for funding from the higher ups because each of the smaller organizations in Condor HQ has to pay their heroes somehow, and you get it from higher ups or maybe even sponsorships. So, spy thrillers. Honestly, I've never really dealt with spy thrillers in my narrative writing, nor do I actually spend much time watching spy thrillers. Sometimes there's some spy thriller elements in some superhero stuff that I like to watch. Like, have you ever watched the live action Gatchaman movie? They had some spy thrillery elements. I think that goes back to kind of when superhero shows kind of trying to get some traction. James Bond was also really popular. I think around like the 60s. Like the 60s Batman show was kind of like hot on the heels of like of James Bond. So there is kind of a relationship between superhero stuff, spy thriller shows, and movies. I just never delved much into it, so I'm gonna have to do some research on doing spy thrillery stuff. I get to take it easy this month because I only have to essentially develop Crash of Cars as a character. So I'm gonna have to think about where I want to start with that. It's gonna be pretty cool because I get to only focus on one. Now, the way the prompt generator works is that it will choose from 1 to 5. I could have possibly had up to 5 characters that I would have to focus on. But this month, I get to take things a little bit easier and only have to focus on developing one character out of necessity. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. Let's go ahead and hit return. Watch this. The music here actually changes between genre in the background. This is my super cool spy thriller song. So here we go. If you are using this tool yourself, you could take a screenshot here so that you don't forget what your prompt is. I hope I don't forget, but I do have video evidence. Yeah, so in the case, let me tell you more about the tool itself. In the case that you don't want to write a spy thriller or have a picture book or even think about Crash of Cars, you could always re-roll. Then you could hit character, roll genre, occasion, and then re-roll here. Oh, who's it gonna be? Hildaria Crow! That's somebody else entirely. Wow, a mystery short story that takes place in the deserted island starring Hildaria Crow. Wow. I'm not even sure where I would start with that. A mystery in the desert? Crazy. But, since the first thing I rolled was Crasher, I'm gonna do that one instead of this one. Maybe we'll be able to see something similar to this prompt next month. But until then, we're gonna have to write about Crash of Cars. Super Spy. So as mentioned before, the Action Smacktion Monthly generator is actually available for everyone to use. The link for the download is in the description below. When you give the generator a try, give us a comment about what the crazy prompt the generator made for you. If you like what we're putting down, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the like button so that YouTube knows that, we're cool. in the next video, I'll give us an update on my progress for this month's challenge. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of research, and hopefully I'll be able to talk more about what I think a spy thriller is actually about, especially one starring Crash Cars. Until then, thanks for watching.
あの頃のロボ